Well, with some renewed excitement over the weekend, Bitcoin is now starting to fade away as altcoins take the stage. This is great news for everyone involved in cryptocurrency, or for all you guys that watched my update on altcoins. Those 30x altcoins are looking even better than ever. But this is the big week for cryptocurrency. We're going to break it down exactly what's going on, why Trump, in my opinion, is positioning himself for some interesting moves, and what in the market right now is trying to shake all the shorts out. What am I talking about? Well, you better hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get into it. So we can officially finally say altcoin season is kind of here. It's not fully here yet. We need to hit that 75 measure, but over the weekend, altcoins had a pretty nice rally. Ethereum around 3,800, XRP rallying, as well as coins like Jasmy, Aerodrome Finance, and yes, they're all the ones I talked about on the altcoin 30x video. So if you haven't watched that, you missed out, but there is more to come. Don't worry about it. So altcoins starting to move, but this week is really important for a couple of things. And the fact that we still have this debate around Jerome Powell, there is a big announcement coming on July 22nd, and we're going to talk about it in this video. So Trump earlier announcing this, saying the Wall Street Journal ran a typically untruthful story today by saying that the Secretary of Treasury, Scott Bessent, explained to me that firing Jerome, too late Powell, I mean, he loves the fact they call him too late Powell, but anyway, the worst Federal Reserve chairman in history would be bad for the market. Nobody had to explain that to me. I know better than anybody what's good for the market and what's good for the US. If it weren't for me, the market wouldn't be record highs right now. It probably would have crashed. So get your information correct. People don't explain to me, I explain to them, which I think undermines a little bit as to kind of what he's saying, which is I really want to fire Jerome Powell and I want him to leave, but I kind of get the fact that it would crash the markets. Now, I don't necessarily think it crashes the crypto markets. Certainly the traditional NASDAQ, S&P 500 would take a punt. And just for reference, by the way, people don't think it's going to happen anyway. There is very much a 20% chance that Jerome Powell is out of office by December 31st. There is a 5% chance he's out of office by August 31st, and pretty much a 0% chance he's out in the next 11 days. So I think that's fair to say where people believe this is going to go. But why is it so important that Trump has put that announcement out? Well, if you remember, when Trump came into office, there was a work group. Howard Lutnick, Scott Bessent were all people putting together this work group around digital assets. Now, we got three big signings last week, Stablecoins Genius Act and the anti-CBDC rules, which is really, really important as we go through this next sort of 12 months. But there is even something crazier coming, and it's coming July 22nd. What is it? Well, from the initial announcement of the work group, 180 days is up, and they need to submit a report to the president through the APAP, which basically is talking about regulatory and legislative proposals to advance policies. Okay, this is all great, and we've sort of got some of the things. The important bit that I want to really reference is here, the federal regulatory framework governing the issuance and operation of digital assets, including stablecoins, and also the work group evaluating the potential creation and maintenance of a national digital asset stockpile. Okay, let's break those two things down. The reality is the stablecoin framework we have, that got passed last week, signed into law, it's here. We don't have a stockpile, a strategic reserve. We actually don't have any of this movement of all the seized Bitcoin by federal government. Now, unfortunately, here in the UK, we're trying to find $6 billion and we're going to sell it all. Thanks, Keir Starmer and Rachel Reeves. Probably not the best idea in the world. But when it comes to the US, though, we might actually finally see a very interesting announcement. July 22nd could be the announcement of a strategic stockpile. It could be in the announcement of the Bitcoin reserve, all of which you kind of need Jerome Powell there to start off with. And I think this is why Trump's not going to get rid of him. If he gets rid of him, which is unlikely, I don't think we see a stockpile. However, we could see one on the July 26th. Just for reference, by the way, no one's expecting to see rate cuts coming in July, so, Jerome could kind of stick around. But if we were to get this stockpile, this number might start changing. We might actually see some more positive news as it comes to offering a solution to the ever-increasing debt. And by the way, that's why so many people are holding their bags. Yes, we're seeing some flushing out of the markets. Let me just show you something really, really quick on the chart right now. We can see some big flushes coming into the market, liquidation central, as people try and wreck Bitcoin, try and wreck the shorts, try and wreck the longs. It's a jostle for the people with the biggest bags. But look at the macro. The macro right now is that, well, the fact of the matter is long-term holders, we've been talking about here on the channel, are still holding their bags. The fact that between 3 and 4 month distribution are the strongest sellers right now. Those that have been in over a year continue to either hold their bags or buy even more. For example, long-term holders have been accumulating since 82,000. They continually buy Bitcoin because they know what is coming. And actually, the distribution has visibly begun at 119K, illustrating a big distribution that Bitcoin hasn't really had in the past. Long-term holders holding it down. This is good news as we continue into this bull market. And finally, really quickly, it is very obvious that once again, Michael Saylor looks to buy more Bitcoin. He's going to continue to buy the top, but more importantly here, it is almost going to be, well, an average buy price around 112,000, which will turn out to be pretty cheap, I think, in this bull market. Now, people are revising their predictions. We could even see a $200,000 Bitcoin this bull market. I mean, it's not out of the realms of possibility. For example, take a look at what's here going on the weekly chart. We are in a very bullish move right now, continuing our uptrend. The key line here, the 120,000 break on the 14-year resistance could send us way higher. The positive though, look at this on the weekly. For example, Ethereum starting to break out massively. Solana doing the same, as well as some of these other altcoins like I talked about at the start. Jasmine, nice little move there. Dogecoin having a move, all tells us new capital is coming into the market and they are buying altcoins while the institutions continually buy Bitcoin. So it's a perfect recipe for a massive, crazy bull run cycle. So let me know what you think of all of this in the comments down below. And more importantly, what do you think is coming July 22nd? Let me know your ideas. As always, thanks so much for watching this video. We'll keep you posted. As always, check out all my socials in the description. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.